This is 2LO, the London station of the British Broadcasting Company calling. 2LO calling.
Broadcasting is a development with which the future must reckon, and reckon seriously. Here is an instrument of almost incalculable importance in the social and political life of the community.
Hello and welcome once again to the Waters and Stanton video channel. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome. And don't forget to press the subscribe button so you get alerted to upcoming videos. This is more of a news video than anything else. And as you saw from the title, the first item is GB100BBC. Because believe it or not, the BBC have been in existence now for 100 years, or at least they will be next year in 2022. Yes, 1922 was the birth of the BBC. I think they were originally called the British Broadcasting Company, but they changed their name to the British Broadcasting Corporation. And the first station on the air nationally was 2LO, 2 Lima Oscar, a rather famous call sign in those days. And of course it was really the early developments of radio. The transmitter then was 1.5 kilowatts, and believe it or not, the HT rail for the amplifier was 22,500 volts. Well, we can do a lot better than that now. We can get a 1.5 kilowatt output from a voltage rail far lower than that. But of course they were the early days of the BBC, and I've just put up on the screen now a picture of the early transmitter. And of course they were working very closely with Marconi in those days. And to celebrate the 100 years, the ham radio fraternity inside the BBC Ham Radio Club, have managed to obtain the call sign GB100BBC, very appropriate call sign. Not so perhaps attractive if you send it by CW. There's quite a lot of characters there, and 100 takes up quite a bit of space or time when you're sending it in CW. But anyway, that's the call sign. And the good news is that you'll have plenty of time to work it, because that station is going to be on the air for the whole year, the whole of 2022. And it will be operated from the headquarters in London of the BBC. It will be operated from some of the other locations that the BBC occupy, and it will also be operated from members' houses. So I would imagine that by the end of 2022, GB100BBC will be in a lot of logbooks, not only in the UK, but around the world. So look out for that call sign, GB100BBC. And if you want to learn more about it, go on to qrz.com and just key in that call sign, and you'll learn a bit more about the BBC and about this activity over the coming year. So put that in your diary and tune around the bands and give them a call when you hear them. Now, I've been asked by a number of people about the G5RV antenna and so forth. And Louis Varney, G5RV, was still at school when the BBC was formed, but he obtained his artificial antenna license in, I think it was 2028, and then the call sign G5RV was issued in 1930. So I'm going to do a video about the G5RV, but not the normal video. It'll be a slightly different video, a different take on the G5RV, my own personal view. I'll say no more at the moment, but look out for that one. A video on the G5RV, and you may learn one or two things that perhaps you didn't realise about this antenna. I recently did a review of the Zygo X5105 transceiver. Got a lot of comments from people. A lot of people have already got the transceiver, of course. And I've now been sent a sample of their 100 watt linear amplifier, which looks quite interesting because not only is a linear amplifier, but it's also got an internal antenna tuner, and it's not overly expensive. You get 100 watts for about 5 watts input drive. So that's on my list to do a review of once I've had a chance to connect it up and test it. So look out for that one as well. I've also been sent a G90, lucky fellow. The G90 10 watt transceiver from Zygo. That's on my list as well to do a test. Now that is a well-established transceiver, but I've never used one, so what I'll do is I'll try it out and see what I think, and there's any observations that I wish to make on that. But be an interesting little test on that transceiver. That's the Zygo G90. And finally, right at the end of the scale, the opposite end of the scale, a little tiny box, and it's the LDG Unan, the 49:1 transformer. Now I've got a sample of that now. I'm just waiting for the weather to improve slightly so that I can get out in the garden and try it out. It should be interesting because the end-fed half-wave is becoming a very, very popular antenna now. I'm quite amazed at the number of people that have said, well, I didn't think it was ever work, and I've seen the bad press about it, it's noisy and so forth, but I was absolutely knocked over when I tried it out. I got a message from a station in Australia recently, and he said he was absolutely knocked over by the performance of this end-fed half-wave. He didn't really appreciate how good it would be. Well, with this little tiny box, this little LDG 49:1 Unan, you may be able to build your own end-fed half-wave at quite a low cost. That's another item to look out for. So all in all, some interesting videos coming up. Thank you for watching this video, and thank you for the support of this channel, because we now are approaching right to the end of 2021. I'm shooting this only a few days before Christmas. So if I forget or don't have the opportunity of wishing you a happy Christmas before the 25th of December, let me do it now. A very happy Christmas, very happy holiday to you, and also all the best for 2022. I'm sure we'll have quite a few videos and therefore the opportunities of meeting each other in 2022 on quite a few occasions. So until then, enjoy your ham radio, take care, see you soon.